Welcome to our new video on YouTube. In this video we're going to show you this kit. This is a transmitter kit. It's an SMT kit. It's mainly SMT parts. There is one or two through-all parts. It's a great kit. Comes with an extensive manual. The manual explains how the circuit works, how to build it obviously. Okay, shall we take it apart? That's our circuit board. Comes with a high quality circuit board. Well, let's take it apart. Comes with a fair bit of paperwork, as you can see. There's a packet of parts. You can see the circuit board there. And there's the bits and pieces. Now the SMT parts come taped to a sheet of paper like that to make things easier. Comes with a spare set of capacitors and resistors, so in case you drop one, because they are small parts. And it also comes, as you can see there, with the option of standard power, which is about 4 milliwatts, and you can change the resistor to 100R, I believe. You'll get more power, 9 milliwatt, and obviously power consumption goes up slightly. That's that. I'll look that out. Got the assembly page of let's move this back a bit. It just goes on about what's in the kit. It just gives you a picture of the circuit board one side. It's another page showing you the parts list. Page here shows you how to assemble the transmitter stage by stage. This shows you how to test and tune in the transmitter after you've built it. This page basically explains how the circuit works completely. That's another page explaining how the circuit works. And this is the schematic. Alright then, now you've done all the paperwork. Let's take out the parts. Well, like I said earlier, all the SMT parts are located on this one sheet of paper, taped on. Let's have a look what we've got in this little pack out. We've got our battery snap on high quality RS1. Got our 10mm microphone. Got our variable capacitor, use that for adjusting the frequency. We've got our second transistor, which is a TO92 2N3904. Got our antenna. Got our 5-turn coil, and here we've got our very high quality circuit board. See if we can zoom in on this. That's the one side. FM transmitter, designed by PS Kits. And this is the side where we put all our surface mount parts. There you go, it's a very high quality board. It's only 22mm times 22mm. Should we start building it? Well, should we start building this transmitter? You don't need a lot of solder with this transmitter build, simply because, as you might know, a lot of my videos on YouTube, I fabricate my own circuit boards. So basically when you put solder on one of the pads, it can bleed across onto one of the tracks. But this transmitter circuit board has got a solder mask. So basically it's just the pad you're going to be getting solder on. Well, let's start, shall we? I apologise if my fingers and my hands get in the way, it's a bit difficult doing this while filming. So place just a small amount of solder on pad, the one pad of R1, which is a 68k resistor. There you go, there's R1 in. Slight bit too much solder on that, but like I say, it's a bit difficult leaning over the light and the camera and everything else at the same time. That's R1 done. Alright, the next part we're going to install is the first transistor, which is Q1, top left hand corner. This is the audio amplifier. As you can see, this transistor is very small. So it's a surface mount transistor. The second transistor's a through-hole transistor, so it's a lot easier to solder in. Now I've placed some solder on the collector side. Right. So I'll solder it in the one side. Not 100% straight, but like I say, leaning over the camera on the light and everything else makes soldering fairly difficult. Alright, what we're doing now is soldering the emitter side. There we go. Let's zoom in on that if we can. Oops. Oh, there we go, there's two parts installed. The next part we're going to install is C1, which is the first 22N capacitor. There we go. 3 parts. Okay, our next part is this R2 resistor. we go. All in. Alright, our next part is C2, which is the 100N capacitor. Try a bit of sound on it. There we go. Next is C3, which is the 1N ceramic cap. There we go. Alright, our next part is C4, which is the 10 PF cap. It's a bit crooked, but to be honest, I can't be bothered straightening it back up. There you go, C4 in. Alright, our next one is C5, which is the 33 PF. There we go. Comes out a bit straighter in it this time. Alright, next one is the second 22N, which is C6. There you go. It's on one side anyway. There you go. That's a nice one. Alright, the last of these parts to go this side is C7, which is this 22p cap. That's the output to the antenna. Basically makes the transmitter slightly more stable. Just so your collector side of the transistor, the output transistor, is not directly connected to the antenna. There we go. There we go. That's the one side done. So, now I should try and zoom in. Great. Alright, we'll start on the other side now. Alright, the first thing we're going to install on top is the variable capacitor, or trimmer as we call them. Right, we'll just pop this into the board. Just like that. Just turn it over. So just pull the leads over. Not sure if you can see that too well, but try and do this as quick as you can, because you can damage these variable capacitors quite easily. There you go. Press that in. Right, the next thing to install is the 5-turn coil. Very easy. The coil in this kit comes already formed, so you just got to solder it in basically. Just pop it in the one side, like that. Just turn it over. You might just have to trim these. Remember, bit of flux. Oh, where's my solder? Can you see that? There you go. Bang on. That very nice. Right. Alright, we're almost there, ain't got a lot left now. Next thing is the all important second transistor, which is my favourite transistor for building these transmitters with. It's a 2N3904. Now these are very good for the simple reason, as you will know, these transmitters are not crystal controlled. They've got voltage controlled oscillators. And I've found over the years that these 2N3904s don't move frequency very much when there's a big drop in voltage input. And a lot of transistors, a lot of other transistors, like the BC547, they move quite a bit with a drop in battery power like. Alright, can you see that? Now I do suggest you have this. Let's have a look. What I meant to say is I don't suggest you solder like this. It's just that I've got everything in the way here. There we go. Right. Right, next thing is our microphone. Just make sure you get the right way around. Let's get this in there. Grips. Yep. Just rock your pins from side to side and they'll drop off. Alright, next is our battery connector. It's marked up on the board which side this goes, so it's very easy to get that right, isn't it? So one side on. Sorry if it goes out of view. Like I say, it's very awkward to do this with everything in the way. There we go. Well, the last thing now is the antenna. It's marked up here, antenna. There we go. Just turn that over. Let's put a bit of flux on. There we go. Antenna in. What I'll do, I'll bring it just over the variable capacitor. What I'll do, I'll wrap it around one of the battery leads to secure that. All complete. Next stage is testing. Looks okay, doesn't it? Okay, you've seen it built. But does it work? Right, here's our frequency counter. As you can see, that's a bit dark, isn't it? Right, should turn it on. There we go. You see that? It's operating on 90 megahertz, or 90.9 shall I say. Bang on. What I'll do now, we'll just test its output power. There we go. Bang on. Alright, next stage, what we're going to do is just test its output power. That should be over 5-6 milliwatt minimum. We're going to test it with more milliwatt meter. This measures up to about 1/4 of a watt. Ideal for these very low powered devices. Very old device that. I think it was made in, it's under there, 1956. Alright, what we'll do with that. Yeah, I've got about 8, just over 7-8 milliwatts output power. That's not bad really for a very simple 2 transistor transmitter. Now what we'll do next is test it with the radio, make sure the microphone and everything's working. I've just placed this transmitter outside. I've tuned it to about 103.4. That's a frequency around here that's vacant. No transmitter on it. There we go, should go up upstairs. There we go. Oh yeah, full signal. No birds in the garden. The other noise you can hear is the motorway, which is about a mile away. Right on in it. Hope you enjoyed the build. We'll give you the address at the end of this video where you can buy these in kit form complete. As you've seen it with an extensive manual. That's just a bit of wind there. Well, hope you enjoyed it.